All right, week 7 college football breakdown here. We got Kansas traveling to Norman, Oklahoma, taking on the deadbeat Oklahoma Sooners. I'm sorry, guys. One last shot. Texas fan here. Had to get that in. Anyways, Oklahoma at home. Still a 9-point favorite in this spot and a pretty high total at 62.5. A lot of moving parts in this game. Starting off with the Kansas side, Jalen Daniels, their quarterback, he's had a great start to the year. It was originally reported that he was going to be out for the season with a shoulder injury. That has kind of been refuted. Needless to say, very doubtful to play this game, and that's all we really care about. But on the other side, Dylan Gabriel, Oklahoma starting quarterback, didn't play last week. Obviously got knocked out a few weeks ago with a head injury against TCU. It seems as if he's going to go in this game, and especially, I mean, this line would not be Oklahoma -9 if the odds makers weren't pretty comfortable with Gabriel playing. As we saw last week, there's a huge drop-off in that quarterback room once Dylan Gabriel is gone. Davis Bevel was atrocious last week. He was atrocious in the second half against TCU. And they just, I mean, whether it be General Booty or Nick Evers, clearly they don't feel comfortable with the quarterback depth there. So they need Dylan Gabriel back, quite frankly. I think they're going to get him back. Let's not forget, I know Oklahoma's at a really poor 3-game stretch. Before that, they were a top 10 offense in the country. Dylan Gabriel is plenty adequate to run this veer and shoot system. With him back into the fold, I would expect the Sooners, at least offensively, to bounce back in this spot. Kansas's defense, from an analytical perspective, is not good. And the main area that they can particularly be had is in their secondary. They've actually stopped the run pretty well, although I don't know how they will exactly step up against Eric Gray and Marcus Major. And with Dylan Gabriel back, it's going to give Kansas defense a lot more to worry about. That's going to open up the running game more than that run game got opened up last week against Texas and down the stretch of that game against TCU. So with Gabriel back into the fold, I actually like how this Oklahoma offense should fare in this game. The issue comes with their defense. I mean, I don't know where to even start. What positives can you draw from this Oklahoma defense, whether it be up front, their linebacking core, definitely their secondary? I mean, there is nothing to like about this unit right now. I know Daniels is going to be out for Kansas. Jason Bean is definitely a drop-off from what they were getting with Jalen Daniels, but he's played a lot of football. He was at North Texas. He was actually their main starter for most of last season. Jason Bean was not the reason that Kansas was as bad as they were last year. They had much bigger issues. I actually like the way he stepped in and played against TCU last week. With the current condition of this Oklahoma defense, it's really not going to take much to beat them. Kansas can run the football. They've really wowed me with how good they've been up front this year. This is going to be a total prove-it game for Oklahoma's defense. This is not a game I'm going to play particularly. A lot of injuries and moving parts on both sides. Although, like I said, do think we have a pretty good feel on Gabriel being in. But beyond that, I mean, is Oklahoma really going to allow themselves to continue to be that bad on the defensive side of the ball? In theory, facing a backup quarterback and a team that, probably is going to come back down to earth at some point at home, this would be a pretty good opportunity to kind of flip the script. I can't trust them to do that, though. Over would seem like a good call, given my, still concerns with this Oklahoma defense. Kansas is not really a fast-paced team, though, and I just worry, is what we saw the first half of this season really going to be sustainable as time goes on? That being said, Oklahoma has given me no reason to back them, particularly on that defensive end as of now. This is a stay-away game for me. Going to be an interesting, from a storyline perspective, to see how this one shakes out. Not really a game I'm interested to bet, though. All right, guys, before we get out of here, I know you see this shirt right here. If you're in the market for some new golf apparel, check out Proud 90 Golf. Unique, very comfortable polos as well. With the cold weather coming, they've also got a great selection of hoodies and quarter zips. If you see anything you like, at proud90.com, use my promo code Fordham at checkout. It's going to get you 15% off your order. Check the description for more information.